There once was a young boy named Little Eagle, who loved to explore the hills and forests that were his home with his faithful horse, Lightning. One day, while walking, Little Eagle suddenly heard a familiar and frightening sound, the rattling of the rattlesnake. Before he could lead Lightning out of danger's way, the rattlesnake quickly slithered into the open and curled up on a nearby rock. "And where do you think you're going?" hissed the snake. "Mr. Snake, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just about to return home to have my dinner." "Did you not hear my rattle shaking?" Knowing that he could not outrun the snake, Little Eagle had to think fast. "Why, no, Mr. Snake, I didn't hear you. Certainly, if I had, I would have stopped in fright." "But I shook my rattle, and certainly you would have heard its severe warning." "That is odd. I truly heard nothing. Shake it again," said Little Eagle. The snake shook his rattle fiercely. "I hear nothing," exclaimed Little Eagle. "I think there is something wrong with your rattle." The snake looked very perplexed. "What will I do without it?" "I have an idea," proposed Little Eagle. He took out a gourd that he had brought along for drinking, emptied the water out of it, and put in some small pebbles. Then he shook the gourd. "I'm not sure, Mr. Snake. I don't believe this rattle matches the stern announcement of your mighty tail." "You are correct," replied the snake with a sense of self-importance. "My rattle must make men tremble with fear." Little Eagle bent down once again, gathered a few more stones, and placed them in the gourd. Again he shook it. "Mr. Snake," he pondered, "I'm still not convinced that this rattle is worthy of a noble creature such as yourself." "You are correct once again," said the snake with a tone of smugness. "My rattle should be heard for miles around." Bending down again, Little Eagle picked up some larger stones and inserted them into the gourd. This time, Little Eagle shook the gourd with all of his might. "That is more like it," exclaimed Little Eagle. "That is the sound of the most frightening animal on the earth. I will jump out of my skin every time that I hear it." The snake beamed with pride. "I must agree. That rattle is finally worthy of announcing my coming. You may tie it to my tail, and I will shake it until it makes the earth quake." Kneeling down, and without the snake's noticing, Little Eagle slid one more large and heavy stone into the gourd before replacing the top. Then he tied the gourd securely to the snake's tail and stepped away. The snake tried with all of his might to shake his new rattle, only to realize that its great heaviness was now weighing him down like an anchor. "This rattle is too heavy for me," hissed the snake in a frenzy. "Mr. Snake," replied Little Eagle, "it is what you wanted. It is the weight of your pride that holds you down." And he led Lightning safely away.